What if they like you? What if your dreams come true? Are you willing to do whatever it takes? Will you reap the rewards? How far are you willing to go? Can you handle the pressure? When someone is always watching?
I have not touched social media because my partner has said, and people have told me or impressed upon me the overwhelming support apparently that I'm getting, and it almost makes me want to cry. Like I'm not ready for that. Plus leaving, it kind of makes it easier knowing that there's all that love, but it has been a roller coaster of emotions, let me just say. Not at all. I almost take it as a badge of honor to have 9-0. Like everyone just, Dinis was a threat. Dinis was a threat. I love that. Todd wanted to give me a sympathy vote, and I said, please don't. You're playing the middle. Keep it at the middle. It did not surprise me. I went around campaigning, and then I told everyone because I'm very direct and I put in the effort. What's the opposite of someone not wanting to do something? I'm very proactive. So I went around the house with a pre-pitch, with a pitch, and then a follow-up pitch. And in that follow-up pitch, I basically said, are you going to give me the vote or not to certain people? And they said no. And then I switched my tactic. And the linchpin, Anthony, I asked him if something would be interesting and appealing to him, my votes and my commitment to him, and he was not interested. So I knew my game was done. It was not a surprise. Day one, I think I sussed out Avery, and I think she sussed out me. I can't remember the sequence, but we sat on the stairs and said, "Oh, it's so cool. You're gay, I'm gay. Let's do something here." And we called it the Queerios, and it wasn't an alliance. It was just an understanding. Let's have each other's back. And then we found out that Bailey was queer as well, and then sort of chatted her briefly. And my thought was to go in and align with other queer peoples because that was important to me. I wanted a team of queer people to be united and work towards the end. I thought that would be very important. I thought that would be good, quote unquote, good TV. Yeah, I really wanted us represented, and it was so nice to be in that house to have a cisgender queer man, a cisgender queer female, and then a bisexual woman. It was beautiful. 100%. 100%. If I went in with just a cast of regulars, quote unquote regulars, I think my gaming would have been more uh, impressed upon. Like people would have responded. I would have understood people more because they wouldn't understand the dynamics of the game. And as a super fan, I kind of understood some of the dynamics. But Anthony and Victoria came in with all the experience that they had on their seasons and brought that into this game. The mistakes that they made, they corrected. The strengths that they had, it was even more stronger this time around. And yes, it was completely difficult, and especially because of the way the entourage system worked, they were in positions of power right off the bat. Um, I'm sure the fans are saying, because Dennis as a fan would say this is unfair. And I'm sure the fans out there are saying the same thing. And in the house, it was difficult to navigate around that because you weren't sure if they were working together, if they weren't, if there was going to be more power given to them, if safety was, it was a completely different Big Brother Canada game. At different points, I imagined that they were working together. I can't believe that maybe there wasn't even pre-gaming. I can't believe that. As a fan, I can't not believe that they pre-gamed. I'm not privy to everything that goes on to the house. There had to be conversations. There was a moment though that when Victoria was HOH, she said, I wished and I had veto, I wish our positions were reversed, meaning she wanted me to be HOH to put up someone like Anthony. And that both inspired me and confused me. Okay, so you do want him out, but you can't do it yourself. What does that mean? What? And I kept asking, what does that mean? And I tried to develop a relationship with V, but her energy just was off a lot. I know she's genuine. I know she is spicy V, but her energies were off. So that just kept a lot of doubt in my mind as well as to where her true allegiances would have been. Um, I think Vivek is very impressionable. I think I gave him tools. I mentored him. I gave him a way of thinking of this game. He was spiraling, and I took time to get to know him and take him out of his head. And then I started talking to him about the game at a different level because he was playing too hard. And I think he just used those tools a little too impulsively. And I believe someone got it into his ear just with a golden tongue and gave him things that he needed to hear given the context that he's an impressionable person. I believe Anthony got into his ear. I don't know who got into Anthony's ear, but Anthony eventually got into Vivek's ear. The the shade here is that house is full of minions. I think the first three people who have left saw the game, saw who was controlling that game, saw the gameplay, and that's ultimately why the three of us are gone. And what you have left in the house are a lot of minions, impressionable minions. Um, Looking someone in the eye and trusting them. Because at any point, anyone could be lying. And you go into conversations believing that person's telling the truth. And you just have to be open and register body language or cues to see if they're lying. And that was the read on people is difficult. You could do it, but as the game goes on and lies become almost truths, it becomes difficult to read people. Best part, that it took me 10 years to get here. And I finally got to play a game that I absolutely love. The entire journey has been my favorite thing. I would be the last one to leave competitions and I would just look at my surroundings and breathe it in and take it in. This entire journey has been wonderful.